Hi guys! So I am back with a project share. Actually, these are a couple of projects I made for a swap for Melanie, Intelligentbella here on YouTube. Hi Melanie! Um, if you want to be surprised by the package you're going to receive for our swap, please stop the video now. I'll give you a few seconds to stop it before I show the projects. And this is what I came up with for our fairy swap, one-on-one swap we agreed to do. I hope you do like the projects that you get. And this was really hard for me because my mojo hasn't been with me full time. So I've been starting and stopping and starting and stopping, and then I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. And so this is what I came up with. So I think this is enough time. I've given you a couple of seconds to turn the video off if you want to be surprised. But I have made 3 items for you. The first one is this altered lettered M. And you guys, if you've gone to Michael's, they have these letters. They look like twigs, sort of. And this is actually an M. If I turn it over, you'll see it very well. And it hangs from this string here. I just left that on there so Melanie can hang it in her craft room. And as I said, we agreed to do a fairy theme swap. So here's my fairy. And this uses the new Spellbinders dies that I had shown in a haul. Let me get them out for you. I have a basket of things that I was planning on using. And I used the fairy number 1, Fairy Callie. So I just cut her out of the Recollections 110-pound cardstock, and then I covered her with diamond dust. So that is the sparkle that you actually see on the fairy. I love how that kind of sparkles. And I used a Prima, I don't know what they're called, a Prima spray in here, and it had blue and yellow. So I went with that color palette for all of the projects so they coordinate. And it's actually one spray that I took apart. And then I added these little butterflies in here that I'd gotten from Amanda Rogers. Thank you, Amanda, if you're watching. And these little pieces here, the middle part of the body, is actually some lace remnants that I had, little pieces of lace that I had cut off of a butterfly, or I'm sorry, a big piece of lace. And so I put one body here, and the other one kind of looks different. It's got bumps in it. And then I colored it with my Copic marker because it was white. And I thought it made a really cute altered letter M. And she can hang it in her craft room. And it actually says, our everyday magic makes every day magical. This is from a stamp set that I've used before. The stamp set is what is her name? Oh, I forgot the name of the maker of the stamp set. It's the one that has Ren as the main character for a lot of the stamps. And yeah, I can't remember the name of the manufacturer, but that's where it comes out of. And I actually cut this little ticket out of my Tim Holtz Movers and Shapers die. And I just edged it in Vintage Photo. So that's my first project for Melanie. And then I'm going to work my way up in size. This next project was actually inspired by this Camembert box. We actually had 2 of these. I used the other one. So it started out like this. Actually, the other one was a brie box. It's those cheese boxes that are made from like lightweight wood. And, you know, you get a wheel of cheese in it. Obviously, the cheese isn't going to be in there. But this is what it looked like kind of when it started out. The other box didn't have the staples in it. It was a little bit different. So just wanted to show you what it looks like there. And then this is what it looks like after. I really love the colors for this. As I said, I went with the same colors as the altered letter M with the blue and the yellow. And this paper is Teresa Collins' Everyday Moments. It's an older collection, but I really love the elegance of it. And as you can see, I used another of the Spellbinders dies, and that one is number 2, Fairy Sierra, and she actually has a wand. So instead of covering her with diamond dust, I tried it with the Distress Rock Candy glitter. This is the dry glitter. And I also used some of the Distress Rock Candy stickles on it too for some harder spots. So you can see it's like she's turning and kind of waving her wand over the flowers. And these flowers are I Am Rose's flowers that you see here in the cluster. And I also used some of the Wilton stamens tucked in here in a couple of different places. And this is a Momenta metal piece that says grow. I thought it was appropriate. And then I put some stickles over here too, so you can kind of see there's some glitteriness in the flowers, like there's magic or fairy dust. I did put lace, and this lace is this French General from K & Company lace. It's adhesive already. I used this piece in the middle, the white one at the top of the box, and then I used another piece inside of the box, which is actually from my stash, and I actually had to cut it down a little bit because it was a little bit too tall. It's like a cotton lace, and it doesn't bind up the box itself. It actually helps keep the lid on a little bit. And because I had to trim a little bit off, I was left with this little extra strip, which I cut, or not, I created a bow out of it and tucked it into the spray, and then put a little flat back piece here that's a flower shape. So I really love how this turned out. I was having a hard time with what to do for another altered item for Melanie. So this is what I end up creating, and I really love this. This again, the fairy is cut with the Recollections 110-pound cardstock, so it's pretty nice. I did pop it up a little bit on Pop Dots, but only in the center part where her body is. So here's the bottom. So yeah, I thought this turned out really cute. So from this to this on the left. So I hope, Melanie, you like this. That is my second project for you, and I'll fill it with some goodies. And then the last project, I actually have already shown it, but it didn't look like this when I showed it to you all. So this is the yellow jar that I had painted, and I had showed you I painted them, but I went back and cut out all of these little tiny butterflies. This is the Tim Holtz Butterfly Flight, I believe is what it's called. It's a strip die, and it cuts I cut 2 sets of these butterflies out of the same Teresa Collins paper, and I then proceeded to glue these down on the bottle. Now this is held onto the bottle with Helmar's glue. So these butterflies, they're not going anywhere. And Melanie, if you get this bottle and all of the butterflies are squished down because their wings get flattened, just do that and it will, it'll come back to life. And so this doesn't have a fairy on it. However, with all of the butterflies, it kind of looks like a fairy could be hiding among them. So I put them kind of like they're like a big whole group, kind of just flying around the bottle. And then at the top, I created this little tag here, and it does have a butterfly on it. This is from a Kaisercraft. I think it's the Enchanted Garden or something stamp set that coordinates with the collection. I did put some, you can see it shimmering. I put some Wink of Stella on it. The color of this ink is the Hero Arts Pool color. It's a mid-tone. So that's what color it is, and it actually coordinates with the butterflies really well. And you notice the butterflies have that yellow dot in there. So I was really thinking, I'm lucky I had this paper collection still, because I had used it for some scrapbook pages. And the stamp actually says, sometimes the dreams that come true are the dreams you never knew you even had. So I thought that was really nice. And then I've just tied some lace and seam binding and strands of pearls around the neck of the bottle. It doesn't affect the opening and closing of the lid. And I also put a bling butterfly here as the center for the bow. I don't like to, because I want Melanie to be able to use this for holding goodies, I didn't want to put something here on the lid, nor did I want to paint it actually, so that she could get into it and out of it. And I've just put my information on the inside so she remembers who made it. So Melanie, this is going to you as well, and it will be filled with goodies for you to craft with. So those are the 3 projects that I made, and Melanie, I hope you like them. I can't really get them all in the shot, can I? So I'll put them like this and like that, and let's see if I can zoom out. You can see my messy desk. So yeah, these are the 3 projects I created for you, Melanie. I hope you like them. And thank you all for watching, and I will hopefully be back with more projects. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.